Hello everybody and welcome to BadgerBeat.com. Rob Hernandez here with part 2 of our Badgers S.O.S. series as we look at positions on the Badger football team in need of some help after graduation losses from a year ago. We continue our look at the wide receiver position where Jared Abbrederis has graduated, leaving behind a gap of 78 catches for 1,081 yards and 7 touchdowns. One of the guys who hopes to fill that void is former Madison Memorial star Jordan Fredrick. Jordan thought to be a number 2 candidate a year ago after catching his one and only collegiate touchdown pass to wrap up his freshman season in the Rose Bowl. But Jordan saw his numbers drop slightly last year, catching 10 passes for 106 yards, down 7 catches and 96 yards from his freshman season. But we talked to Jordan Fredrick on Media Day, and he fully expects to be one of the guys that Joel Stavy or Tanner McAvoy looks to as a go-to receiver in 2014. Here's what Jordan Fredrick had to say.
Obviously, the past 2 years, I've had a couple of nicks and bruises or whatnot, but in all reality, it's probably a couple plays away from being that guy. Just not finishing a couple plays I shouldn't finish, and in camp and in early, if you don't make some of the plays, then there's some doubt in coaches' minds, and I think that's where it was. There might have been some doubt in making the play, and whether or not it's there in my mind, I for sure thought I could make plays, and I can, but it's if you can get the teammates and your coaches around you just support you and have a ton of confidence in you, I think that's where it is. And that's the biggest thing this year is just hopefully be healthy the whole way through and just make plays and make every play that comes your way.
On paper going into the season, because of losing Jared, wide receiver might be perceived as a weakness, but by the end, could it be a strength because of the numbers you have of guys who are hungry to be, called upon and dependable guys?
I think it's going to be a huge strength. You're not going to look at be looking at your top wideouts or top receiving guys, and it's going to be a couple tight ends, a running back, and one wide receiver. Hopefully, it's going to be 3 or 4 wide receivers right at the top, and we'll see that. I think that's the biggest thing with Abby gone is hopefully we can get everybody involved, and like you said and I said, that the sense of urgency is getting some guys hungry and hopefully catch everything that comes their way. There's a bigger deal out here. Just trying to get ready for it. So.
What I guess obviously the thing you all share is the willingness to work hard to be that guy. What else do you like about the cohesiveness of this wide receiver group and maybe the chemistry that you've developed that the fans haven't seen yet?
Yeah, we're a very close-knit group, I think, with all the positions. Can't speak for all the positions out here, but we know we're a very close-knit group, especially with when Abby was here. We kind of the old guy, with us leading the way, and then all of us just kind of the little brothers of the group. So we're a very close group, and that's the thing is we can all lean on each other, go to each other, talk about things that you really can't talk about with other people, and that's huge. If someone has a problem or someone doesn't know something, whether it's on the field or off the field, we can come to each other, and that kind of helps us overall, even in the game of football. So. And
does the fact that LSU is the first game on the schedule kind of, help you focus in on these days that camp, make them more valuable or more critical than maybe even last year?
Definitely. I think everyone's a lot more motivated where they want to be that guy going into the first game, because if you're that guy going in the first game and you make some plays in the first game because of who it is and how well they've done in the past and the reputation that they have, that you're pretty well off and you can get some confidence going into the rest of the season. So that's huge that no one wants to miss that first game. Everyone wants to be there, be in it, and be the guy. So that's the biggest thing.
Could you imagine what life would be like around here if we came away from the LSU game and the announcers talking more about your wide receiver game than Melvin Gordon and Corey Clement?
That's the objective, obviously. Hopefully, everyone's going to have their doubts going into the season with the wideouts. That's just the way it is. No one's too proven or too experienced to have there be no doubts. I think that's the biggest thing, and hopefully we can come back leaving no doubts with the fans and with the media or whatnot, and just be like, okay, these guys can play. If we can play against the best, LSU is a great team, then we can play with everybody else the rest of our schedule. So we're pretty excited.